everything. Transition. All right, so everything should be good. My notification is
cool.
I can hear it.
All right. Can you?
Nice.
I can't.
I could. I had to mute it because we were echoing in my head.
Well, good.
Yeah.
So, all right. Still don't know why it wasn't working a minute ago.
Huh.
I don't know why it's working now, to be bluntly honest with you. But it is.
So it's all good.
So where's my recording? I gotta make sure I do the recording. All right. And every time you think, hey, I'll have time in a little bit to do it, and you don't, and you go, I'll have time in a little bit, you never do. And all the time I thought I had never didn't work out. If that makes sense. All right. I need to mute everything. And Joe, I did just realize I have not put out last week's show yet. So you're welcome.
Whoops.
Holiday weekend, had people in. It was weird. It's all good.
I hear you.
All right, talk to me again.
Hey, how's it going?
Okay, good. We're all on one channel.
You're
That's all I
sounding
need.
good.
We're just going to record, and it looks like we're all three on the channel. And
Nice.
I don't know if you'll hear the music because Joe often doesn't, but we're going to try, anyway, at least for the podcast. So here we go. Welcome to Pokémon GO Podcast, where we do what we can with what we have. Tonight, we're going to honor Team Mystic and Team Instinct by drinking their blood. We're all Team Valor here on the show tonight. I am Charles McFall.
So sweet.
And as announced, I've got Dennis Robinson of the Botched fame here with us tonight.
Hello.
Apparently, I need to somehow mute my notifications some way, somehow. You know what? I was trying to keep them from popping up. So I guess maybe airplane mode will work. Well, that'll kill my game.
That might kill everything, yeah.
Oh, I know what to do. It's nighttime mode. I put it in sleepy time mode. Come on, I can't find sleepy time mode. There it is. And the voice you heard is the special secret guest I was hinting at last week. We've got none other than the original fraud, Barry Fulk.
That's right. Hello, everybody. Thank you for having me on tonight.
Joe decided that he had enough of my shenanigans of not showing up and decided he was going to do it himself. So he's out at the beach as he is about this time every year. And he's like, oh, I can't be on the show. I don't have signal. And yeah, he's the first person in the chat room giving me grief. So, there's that. But,
Yep.
that's all I have to say. All right, so we're going to start with some experiences of the week. We can talk about your personal community day experiences as you wish. I've got to look mine up because, as I've told people, I keep them in my phone. I take pictures and whatnot. But Barry, how was your experience this week?
Oh, it was really good. I spent a lot of time focused in on trying to get my levels up. So working on XP, dropping lucky eggs as I've hit a few new best friends. So that was nice. Always appreciate coordinating with this community. So I got, I think 400,000 just from a couple of the people here. So that was my big focus because I'm on level 44, working towards level 45. So I've got the XP. I think I can get to 46, but I need a few more Team Rocket Leader battles. So I've got about 20 more of those. So that's really been my focus. Haven't done too much rating, but that's all. That's Dennis's expertise. So Dennis, what was your experiences of the week?
Well, this week, so they had the Verizon event over the weekend, which I didn't get to participate in as much as I wanted to. We were talking before the show. I did not, unfortunately, get one of the unknowns, but also did a little bit of the end of the XY event, not as much as I would have liked because I'm trying to prep for a puppy. So I've been killing myself, trying to get the house ready, and so a dog doesn't die as soon as it comes into the house. But the end of the PvP season actually ended on Monday, and the new one started. So I've been doing a little bit of that. Unfortunately, my least favorite league is the Great League, and that's the one that's almost always out, it seems. So
Figures. I did manage to get one of the unknown V's for the Verizon event. But other than that, I just was grinding away. And like you, I didn't finish the Y event. I was close, but sometimes I just forget. And before I realize, it's like, oh, you have 2 days left. And you're only on like phase 2. It's like, oh.
I finished all those. Like those I got done actually before the weekend. Usually I get those done pretty quick. I was waiting on, I think 5, 6, and 7 until Zigzagoon had a chance to be shiny, which I didn't get a shiny one anyways. But yeah, I did manage to complete those. I think Saturday.
Nice. Yeah, I didn't get any shinies. I was a little bit bummed. Did a few raids here and there.
I definitely did the Verizon
thing. Showing off the Carnivine out there.
That's right. They have it. I only have one because I had a buddy who went to Florida and then traded me a couple. I don't think I've deleted it by accident yet.
Yeah, and I'm trying to pull up my pictures, and apparently it blows the window out, which throws the capture off a little bit, and that's fine. I'll figure it out.
Yeah.
But I did the Verizon event just like you guys did. As you saw there, Pyroar. I evolved Pyroar. You see kind of my week adventures there with my buddy Hugh came into town, and we walked around some trails and what. Evolved my shiny, hippie, dirty Eevee into I thought moving the screen would help, into a shiny, hippie Kira.
Nice.
If I get this pop up.
Yeah, I used the naming trick on that one.
Yep.
Haven't used it yet. I've been trying to decide if I have a 98 IV EV. I'm just trying to decide, do I use the name convention on that one? Or do I use it on a shiny, or do I use it on a flower crown? I haven't decided yet.
So from a PvP perspective, what would Eevee give you or Kira give you?
So EVs are... So do you guys know how the IV system works with PvP? It's kind of wonky for some of the leagues.
Only for taught us.
So for like Great League and Ultra League, these are the only two leagues where it matters. For a lot of Pokemon, you don't want them to have a full attack score. And the reason for that is if they have as close to 0 as possible attack, you can level them up more times while keeping them within that range of like, can't be higher than 1,500, can't be higher than 2,500. Right. EVs, though, to my understanding, you could have a Hundo EV in Ultra League and XL it, and it'll still be under the 2,500. So EV for that works. If you're trying to do Great League, then you want to have a 0 attack, 15 HP and defense for Great League if you're trying to do an EV. But Master League for anything, you want Hundos.
Yeah.
Hundos for everything. So.
Yeah, I think I'm going to have to get educated on that. I forget what level requires a fair amount of PvP.
Well, not 46.
Remember, I'm only on 43 myself, working towards.
Only. Both of you. Only on. Yeah, I'm still dirty, filthy on a 40, and I'm going to stay there for a while.
There are guys around here that I have seen out and about when I would do raids on certain Pokemon where they already hit 50 and they still have 150 million XP left over. Yeah.
It's crazy.
So it's like they could raise it another 10 levels and they'll probably still be pretty okay. Like the only thing stopping them was doing the little in-between things to level. But I think it was 43 to 44 of the PvP stuff. Win 30 battles in each one. That was super easy because it basically just takes 2 days for each of those little variations, and then it was done. Because towards the end of the season, they had all the different PvP arenas open, so you could do Great, Master, Ultra, whatever. So
see, you're doing it smartly. Where I'm just like, to go from 44 to 45, it's like totally random. Yeah, and I need to do 50 Go Rocket Leaders, and I've got 30 of them done, but I don't seek them out. It's kind of like, oh look, there's one. Hi, I'll be back.
Well, Barry, I got a question for you then, sort of related to that with the Rocket League. Do you save your Giovanni radars, or do you use them?
I've generally been using them because I usually seem to have one at a time, and then I need to do some task to complete it. So,
Gotcha.
Should I be saving them?
So, did you know that you can actually unequip the Giovanni radar?
That one I don't know if I've ever done. I've unequipped the leader one.
Works the same way for the Giovanni one. So, like, there's a couple different like YouTube channels that I watch that usually goes into like a deep dive in terms of like how does this Pokemon rank in like raid statistics and things like that, or for PvP. And it's like Shadow Zapdos, not very great because Shadow Raikou's better, and in fact a lot of just not generic, but like regular legendaries like Zekrom's better than a Shadow Zapdos. So I was like, I guess I can wait until they have like a Mewtwo, another Shadow Mewtwo or something like that. I didn't even do the Shadow Moltres because I had read that one's not even as good as like a Reshiram, which I don't have one of those either yet. So
yeah, so this is where we need to have you on to teach us, filthy battlers.
Well, I told Dennis he can start recording.
I'm like, cool. I've got a dark, shadowy Zapdos, and I'm going to purify it, and it looks really neat.
So it took me until a few months ago when I really started getting back into the game to understand how Shadow works. You can have 100% IV Pokemon, and you can have a 0% Shadow, and the 0% Shadow will still do more damage than the 100%. Because the way and I don't know if this is, you guys already know this or not. So let's say a Pokemon has an attack score of 100. For the IVs, the 15, 15, 15, that's just a straight points being added to a score. So if they have 100 attack score, like at a 0, giving them an IV of 15 makes it 115. But for a Shadow Pokemon, it's a flat 20%. So it's 100 times 20%. So it's 120 at 0 IVs.
Right.
And then if you add IVs on top of it, obviously, it's going up from there. So with Pokemon like Mewtwo, Shadow Mewtwo does a stupid amount of damage. It's pretty glassy, but for raids and for certain PvP groupings, it's really, really good. Shadow Snorlax, really, really good because he's kind of beefy, but then put on that 20% damage boost, and he can really start rolling out damage left and right. I'm looking at the screen. There's a Shadow Dragonite. That's also another one that ranks up there really high. For you, so if either of you two ever want to get into PvP, and anybody in the audience, I don't know if anybody does, PvP, but there's a really good resource that I use called pvpoke.com, and you can actually see the rankings of every type of Pokemon, or for every Pokemon in every like league, and it'll give you ideal move sets and what are the ideal IVs and things like that. So that's a really good resource that I typically use and check on, because when the leagues change, I always forget, like, okay, which one's good now? Because it's weird. PvP Pokemon, a lot of times, like, it's crap that isn't good anywhere else, but it's good for PvP. Like, it's not good for raids, but it's good for PvP. So,
yeah. And I was battling one that I had the Shadow Snorlax, and it ran on me. So unlike Joe, I swore a lot when that happened.
I had that happen once too with the Shadow Snorlax, where it ran away. I was not a happy camper.
Nope.
Put it that way.
That's not good. There's a few more. I just fought the stupid balloon because Joe's like, fight the balloon. And, then Nate Scout's like, oh, here's how you do it better. I don't want to do it better. I want to talk about my adventure. So I got a Aromatisse somewhere in the week. I picked up Aromatisse, and I don't know if I'm
those evolves seem like they're like, Tim, I haven't done any of those the new fairy evolves yet, just because like the requirements seem like they're a little bit of a pain.
Maybe, but look at that. I got a shiny baby Smoochum.
Smoochum.
Yes, but it's shiny. I got a shiny out of it, Dennis. That's what you want.
There you go.
Charles is waiting for his, Pikachu hat shadow.
See, I don't need all that. I just don't need all that. I think that might be everybody. I know of all the Pyroar, and then that's the Pensacon stuff. So, that was it. I did the Verizon event. Ended up finishing the stuff you got to finish on it, but I didn't get anything super special out of it that I felt. I didn't get that unknown V or anything like that, you know.
No, I just had the one that showed up, so that was fortuitous. And then they had the timed event too, right? And that was the makeup event. Yeah. So that was nice to get the incense and so forth.
So we have a discussion because you guys are great all over the place. And I've told Dennis, I was like, hey, if you want to just record a little 3-minute or less whatever piece on this week in PvP, that would add value to this show because we don't do PvP on this show.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to get your names put on the screen so that when people pop in, they see who you are. But our discussion last week was what features do you think will be removed when COVID lockdowns have ended? Barry, since you were one of the ones that responded, I'll let you handle your own response.
Well, I really don't want them to remove anything. I really like the fact that I can drive down the street, spin a couple stops that are typically out of range. That would be the nicest one for me. But I remember, was it last summer, I think, right? When we thought the wave was going back down, they removed that quickly.
Right.
And then they added it back in. So I have a feeling that they're going to pull that one pretty quickly. That one to me is one of the nicer ones. The walking, I know for the battle is a big one for you, Dennis.
Yeah. So I just started getting into PvP recently, and the only reason was I go through dust like I can't ever have enough of it. So PvP actually gives you a fair amount of dust. Even if you don't even want to do the battles, you can just go in and concede over and over and over, and you'll still get some amount of dust 5 times a day. So, it's pretty easy. But so the one thing, to my understanding, was in order to unlock the ability to do another wave of battles, you had to walk a certain number of kilometers. So you'd have to walk a bunch of kilometers, then you could do your 5 battles, and you'd have to walk another bunch of kilometers, and then do your 5 battles, and you'd have to do that 5 times, or pay a premium raid pass to do it. And it's like, no. So yeah, I was sad when they got rid of the trade distance, which they've already done that, where you could be like really far from people and still be able to trade stuff. I missed out on it, sadly, because I thought it was still in the game, but apparently it's not. So, but yeah, I also like the thing where you don't have to be right on the Pokestop in order to get it.
Yeah, no, that's why are you doing this to me? Sorry, not what you call to talk about. Yeah, that the Pokestop one, that's mine. I really don't want it to go away. Spinning for further distance. I like the remote raids. All that stuff is right up my alley. I don't know, man. I think a lot of stuff's going to go away pretty quickly once the COVID is officially done. Jacket K says, well, we can at least start with what has been confirmed to stay. That's not the question, Jacket K. They did say that in the past, a Great Battle League walking requirement has gone for good. I heard them say that they didn't intend to mess around with the Pokespot limit, but I can't remember if they backpedaled since. I don't remember them saying it's gone for good. I remember them saying, oh, we put it back in, but we took it back out.
Yeah.
He says 2 things I feel most confident in them changing: on the price for remote raid passes, dropping the limit of people that can be invited to a raid back down to 5, and people who remote into raids doing less damage than people physically at the raid, which is how it started. I wonder how much the price will go up on that.
Can I say, for the remote raid passes, my biggest pet peeve is that you can only have 3.
Mm-hmm.
Like, let me have more than 3. It's
why are you limiting us?
Yeah, because then what ends up happening is you have to burn one of them on something you don't even want to do, just so you can get the free one every week. It's like,
well, for me, it's the reverse a little bit. Is I don't have to burn one on something I don't want to do. I have to use one. I have to turn down a raid that I do want to do because it's like a 1-star raid that somebody's being nice and inviting me to and want to play with me.
I've had that.
But I really kind of want to save it for the big raids. I don't really need a weasel or whatever. Some 1 or 2-star raid. And I tend to do them anyway. And that's the problem. They got us. They have us now. because I put money into the game so that I can have my raid passes. And okay, to be fair, if you go to patreon.com/Pokemon GO Podcast, that money goes into buying the raid passes so I can raid with everybody. So I try to use it no matter who invites me to play, or not who, but who I'm raiding for. But that's the decision you have to make. So it's whatever.
Yeah, the remote raids is that's one of my favorite features that they added in. And it's really cool when we do Charles, we've got our group chat with a few of them. And when you guys do the Fight Club on on Discord. Yeah. Again, these are great opportunities for the community. And I wish if you had, even if it was like 5 or 6 raid passes, like have remote raid passes, because you don't have a limit on the other ones. So just make them the same.
I have like 20 some of the other ones, I think.
Yeah.
Because they give those away every so often, and so there's a Discord group in this area where they do raid days and things like that. But unless it's something that I really need or want, I'm not going out there after it. Like we were talking before the show, the Xerneas, it's not good for anything. Like it's not good for PvP, it's not good for raiding. So I got one, and then I was done. I didn't need another one of it.
Right.
Yeah. So. Then I tend to, so like when Reshiram comes out again, if it ever comes out again, I'll be getting that, a bunch of those. Zekrom, same thing. It all depends. But fun story now that I think about it with the remote raiding. So I was getting my first COVID shot, and I was at the hospital, and I just opened up, because you have to wait 20 minutes before you can go. Opened up my Pokemon Go to just see what was around the hospital, and I got a raid invite, and it was Rayquaza. And I was like, all right, I guess I'll do a Rayquaza while I'm sitting here. It was shiny. Ended up getting a shiny Rayquaza. I was like, oh, okay, nice. Sweet.
That was nice.
That's pretty good, man. That's funny. Yeah, anytime I decide to open up my game, one of two things happens. Either there's a million things around me that I didn't realize were there, or nothing for miles. And it's like, oh, I've got like an hour to kill. I'm going to play Pokemon. Nothing for miles. When I got 5 minutes, everything is there.
Of course.
That's what you can do. So
Jesse and James are back.
Yeah, okay. So my special researches are behind. So somehow I did something to trigger this research of Jesse and James, who aren't back necessarily. They came out to give me grief because I hadn't collected something there from Looming in the Shadows. That's how far back that is. But we're going to take a quick break here, and we'll be back with some headlines that Joe put together himself. So, we're not going to read them because it's all Mystic news. So. All right, there's that. Let's see if I can do this.
Nice. Look at you finishing up your tasks.
Trying to. All
right. I still have my December Community Day task to do.
That's funny.
It's the only one that doesn't seem timed.
There was, I forget what event it was. I know it rewarded Gyarados Mega Candy or whatever it was. Or Mega Energy, and you needed to have so many friends and all this stuff. And I put a message on the Dragon Con, like Facebook group or something like that. And I was like, "Hey, I need friends for Pokemon Go. I need to send like 5 gifts. Can you help me?" Nice. I got the friends, sent them. The last research task, I tried completing with less than a minute left in the event, and it locked me out. It wouldn't let me do it. So I couldn't end up getting the last little bit done. I was like, are you serious? It's not even 9 o'clock yet.
I just got a reminder from Joe to go to Discord. So I'm going to try to pull that up, and then we'll jump back in, do that, and do the headlines.
So is Joe Assorted Geekdom?
Yes.
Okay.
There it is. Where's my date? What would we say? 27.
That's a shiny Clefable?
Yeah, it looks like.
Yes, it is.
Nice.
Is it? Yeah. Oh, that's right. You got Snake Scott got it at the Bruins game. That was cool.
So that's one of the few I do not have shiny because I've caught a million of those things and I just cannot get a shiny one.
Yep.
For a while there, when nests first became a thing, it just kept being Clefable over and over and over again. So I was like, okay, I'm going to catch a whole bunch of Clefable apparently.
All right.
But never a shiny.
There's a marker. Here we go.
After if she knew me, she said, yeah, I know a few songs. All these girls around me think I'm rowdy cause I've been through fire. Then I level up, so now I ghost them like this situation. I've been that guy you
I don't know if anybody can hear that music, but it's on the podcast. It makes me happy. Barry's got it. Got some Pokemon rap there going on. I love it. And I did get a reminder from Joe, hey, do the Discord. So, I think Barry texted Joe, said, hey, tell Charles to go to the Discord because Barry's the first one on here.
That's right.
Finding all the
Carnivine that I was getting when I was in Nashville.
You give me grief. Oh, showing off your Carnivine. I'm sorry, who's showing off Carnivine? Well, I believe that counts as illegal trafficking with the amount of Carnivine you took from the South out to Chicago.
Across the border.
Yeah,
So,
pretty much.
yeah. Then you got Sylvia.
when I cross the border to Atlanta and you want my Simi-Sage, we'll talk.
Yeah. What's up? Shh, not on the air.
Say, I
Not
don't
on
have
there.
one.
I don't know what you're talking about. Never heard of you before. Don't know anything. You got the Sylveon going on there.
Yep. I did the shiny. I decided to do the name thing where you name
Yeah.
it Kira and upgraded the shiny.
Which is really good.
Terrible IVs though.
And okay, to Joe's point too, Joe, we're using Discord. They're hearing the music. It's on you, Joe. It's your problem. Then what medal did you get there? Achieve Pokemon catch streak or Pokestop spin streak for 7 days for 100 times. So
that's about 2 years
700
straight.
Nice.
Say, I'll never get that.
I
always
keep
end up
forgetting.
Just forgetting to walk over and spin it.
Yep. Oh! Now see, look at
walk
this.
to the park at 11:55 just to get my spins.
We're not even going to do any headlines tonight because Joe has side road just to show off his adventures of the week. Look at this. Joe's got all kind of stuff around him. I think what Joe is showing us, the beach. I remember the first time we were on the show, Joe went to the beach, and I don't think it had anything, maybe one stop, maybe one. Then every year he's been giving an update, and that's what he's doing right now. Now I can see a bunch of stops. I see a couple of gyms. Wherever he was parked or standing, he got a bunch of spawns. It says it used to be only 2 gyms and about 4 stops. I remember it being less than that, Joe. But now he's called it the glow up. His beach has had a glow up.
See, if you want a lot of Pokemon, you don't go to the beach. You go somewhere boring like the battlefield, and you'll get more Pokemon than you can possibly ever imagine. Like literally, when it's Community Day, there will be lines and lines and lines of cars just from 4-5 states over, just all playing Pokemon Go. Now, I don't know why they just do it in their car. You could easily walk it, but I guess whatever.
Shh. Dennis, whatever, you skinny.
I've literally had tourists ask me why are there so many cars? I'm like, oh, they're playing Pokemon. It's like, oh, weird. Do you know anything about that? It's like, yeah, I'm doing it too. I'm just walking. Yeah.
Because it's hot outside, Dennis.
At the beginning, and then I walk about, I think it's 10 miles until it loops around.
Holy cow, Dennis. Yeah, that's why I'm in my car. Air conditioning. I can play my podcast, and I can play my game and watch you walk 10 miles.
I got my extra battery pack, so that way I can listen to stuff, and it doesn't geek out.
Coach Kev's showing off.
And you're hatching your eggs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm hatching them too, just slower. Coach Kev.
My eggs don't hatch very fast either. I got a bunch of 7 and 12K eggs, and it's it takes forever.
That's down the screen. Good. Coach Kev's got a shiny Eevee, shiny Spoink, shiny Snubble, Plusle, Glameow, Zigzagoon, Obstagoon, which that shiny is really cool.
2 shiny, or 3 shiny.
3 shinies, yeah. Sneasel and Meowth. That's pretty cool.
I don't have the Glameow either, or the Spoink.
And that's all just from this week, Dennis, by the way. He's not showing off his month-long or year-long collection. That's last week's collections.
Yeah.
Try hard. All right, USNA Scout says, let's go Bruins. I don't know that soccer team.
As Phil would say, hockey.
Yeah, but there you go, the shiny Clefable. Oh, wow. I like that AR picture. That's a good one.
Good.
Yeah.
That's a good shot.
No
right
wonder
there.
they didn't, they couldn't score.
Yeah. Heck of a goalie.
And the Bruins won. Okay, we got US Nate Scout with Ponita, a shiny My Little Ponita.
Yep.
I was hoping for that so much.
I tried doing those damn AR things to get the shiny Ponita. Nope. I got two. There's two spots like fairly close by in my neighborhood that I could just walk to very easily to get the ARs. Could not get one because I guess you can only do it once a day for each stop, and could not get it. And then recently it was the AR is the Poffins, and it's been raining all day every day, so I just haven't walked over and got them.
Gotcha. I didn't even know that kind of thing was going on, to be honest with you. Popeyes.
By the way,
Buffalo.
did you guys know that you can get the Poffin effect without actually having a Poffin?
No. How do you do this?
Just keep feeding them berries.
No, it doesn't. Well, yes and no. So every hour, so let's say you pull up your buddy, you give them the berries, you rub their tummy, and then you fight a Go Rocket Leader 3 times, whatever. So you get that stuff. After that, if every hour, every hour later, you just do one more snapshot, one more tummy rub, feed them a berry, even if they're like you're full on hearts, after so long, it adds up to a certain number of points and it unlocks that second set or like second row of hearts for all those things. So it's like getting a Poffin, because I usually end up getting them on community day because I walk for so long that it'll end up like activating that next set of hearts. So yeah, so you don't have to do the Poffin. It's just more tedious because you have to constantly be paying attention to them and doing stuff with them. But yeah, that is a way to cheat it.
Very cool.
That's a lot of work.
There's your tip of the week from Dennis.
Yeah. All right, let's see. Popeye's got the Bouffalante, which I do need. Dennis, you or Barry need to bring some Bouffalante to me to Dragon Con.
I usually just ignore them, so I guess I'll have to catch them.
Yeah, dude. I flew to Philadelphia during the pandemic just to get one.
I didn't even know that was a region exclusive one.
It just showed up for you.
Was, but I didn't know that the Bouffalante was.
Just Northeast America, basically.
Okay. Yeah, I'll catch a few.
Well, Charles, I'll be there for 2 days for Go Fest, Sunday and Monday if you're
around, so for that announcement there, of course, Joe and I are doing our own Go Fest this year. So Saturday and Sunday we'll be down in Centennial Olympic Park in Atlanta and walking around. And Joe just heard it. Barry's going to fly out Sunday and come hang out with us in Atlanta and do the Go Fest and then be around on Monday as well.
Yeah, Joe, it's not Dragon Con. I'm coming for Go Fest. I have a wedding on Saturday, which is a real crimp on my Pokemon Go Fest, but whatever. And it's not my wedding, so what do I care? And then Sunday, I'm catching a 6 a.m. flight, so I'll probably still be drunk from the wedding. Land at 9 local time, and then we'll head out to the Olympic Park.
And that's going to be fun. And then I'm sure we'll all go do dinner
because I think it starts at 10, right?
Yeah. 10 to
5,
6, I think?
10 to 6, something like that.
10 to 5, something like that,
yeah.
I haven't bought my ticket yet, but I think this will be the first year that I buy the Pokemon Go Fest ticket, just because it seems like a pretty good deal for $5.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, I
are
think
you serious?
It's a good deal this year.
Okay, I didn't realize.
Was it like 20 free raid passes or something ridiculous over the course of the day?
Hold on, let me just tell you. The real Go Fest is absolutely worth the $15 to $30, whatever it was for the real life Go Fest. I mean, I know it's plane tickets and stuff, but it's definitely worth doing. And if you're not a flyer to do that kind of thing, then this digital one that they did last year, $15 was a deal. I mean, 2 full days. And when we say not just exclusives, they're popping up regionals. You will get flooded. You'll get flooded with Pokemon and stuff and cool things and for 2 days. And some of it's very exclusive to the con. $5, it's I will fly up to Philadelphia and just slap you if you don't do it, kind of deal. You're talking about walking 10 miles from Philly,
but you'll still be 3 hours away. So,
but yeah, you need it's for $5. Let me just say to anybody who's like, I don't put any money in the game. This isn't putting money in the game. This experience coming from the filthy casual himself, $5 is nothing for the experience you're going to get playing this game for 2 days.
So do you guys ever do the dollar thing on community days? Because I don't usually do that either.
Yeah, I do it. I like to get the extra stuff. I mean, it's not real difficult to get, but I like the little extras, and it just encourages me to go through it. So
And I don't normally do that one. And I mean, because most of the time I forget there's a community day, so I won't get extras out of it. So that's the main reason.
But I do just when you talk about Go Fest in general, obviously being in Chicago, I'm fortunate that I've been able to attend each of the live events. That's where I first met Charles and Joe.
Oh, nice.
But it's so much fun. And that's why when they said they were going to do something in Atlanta, I'm like, you know what? I got to figure out how to get down there. We did last year, went to see Terry Wolf, and basically just hang with his group up about an hour away from me. And again, it's just a blast. Find a great park, walk around, do the events. Everybody's having a great time.
Yeah. And Rockade says the only bad part about last year's Go Fest is that spawns weren't increased, and Joe agreed with them. So I don't remember that. I remember the hours being there, and I went to a park and just sat there in a car, and like the fire hour, whatever it was. It's like there's plenty of fire-based Pokemon. I don't recall it being a difficult thing to do. So I mean, Joe and Rock Eddie play more and they pay more attention, but I mean, I didn't see it being a problem. Joe says Charles doesn't do community day even when I text him to remind him. That's not true. I'll do like 10 minutes in the morning and then try to remember again in the afternoon. A lot of community days.
Barry, when you're going down for Pokemon Go Fest, you should save up a bunch of Pokemon to trade with Charles and Joe, just so that way you get XL candies.
Oh, exactly.
Yeah. Now, Barry's definitely our supplier.
And the metal.
Special trades. Yeah. I mean, the bummers, you can only do the one special trade.
Yeah.
So, but no, it's definitely worthwhile. And a lot of times wherever we're at, all the stops are lured up, as well as dropping an incense. So between the two of that, they do seem to be spawning constantly.
Yeah.
So the route that I go, there's a couple different routes that I usually do for community days. They have so many Pokemon, people don't bother even putting a thing on it anymore because you don't need it.
The lures?
And nobody even bothers to put the lures on it anymore because there's just too many dang Pokemon. And then I don't even do incense because while it's cool that it lasts for 3 hours, I usually just can't end up catching. Well, like I'll walk past the spot before I can catch everything. So,
yeah. And the point they're making in the chat is, and they're right. When you go to actually Go Fest in Chicago physically, if these were not digital, you wouldn't be able to move. I mean, you're tripping over spawns constantly, and they're saying it's about half the spawns.
They do really go nuts.
Yeah. But they said for the digital one is about half the spawns, which is still more than what you normally get, especially for the exclusive stuff. So, I get that. All right, let me jump back into Discord here. Barry, you're now lucky friends with Simtown. Awesome. Joe got sickly looking Growlithe. He looks like he's going to throw up. Joe, did you have him in the car for too long for your trip there, man, to the beach? Because that's a very pale looking shiny Growlithe there. Hello, Robin got a Heatmore.
Okay, I have one of those. Not shiny though.
Lucky Heatmore. Yeah.
Is that I know? It's lucky and shiny. Holy cow!
Yeah. Say, aren't his hands normal yellow?
I don't know. Nolte has a Hundo Absol and Hundo Eevee. I'm just proud that I'm recognizing these Pokemon for the most part.
Yeah, really.
Oh, look at that shiny Registeel. I actually popped it up before I saw who posted it. Is that Nolte? Nolte as well. Oh, and I missed Nolte invited me.
Red rocks. Nice.
Yeah. Nolte invited me to raid with them this weekend, and by the time I saw it, it was like 10 minutes had passed, and was
I wish they were better somehow that they could notify you or somehow give you more time, because that's the thing. I get frustrated.
It was popping up on my watch, before like, bing, somebody invited you. Now it's not, and so I kind of relied on my watch to notify me, and I picked up my phone for something. I was like, Nolte invited you to a raid 10 minutes ago. I'm like, well. Jacket K.
The notifications are delayed. It's like if you see the orange on the status bar, then it's right away, and that works.
Yeah.
So
if you notice it.
Yeah. Well, I wasn't even in the game.
Half the time I don't even see it. I'm like, crap.
Well, right. I don't have it running all the time.
Jacket K's was close. I saw it. It said 1 minute ago, and I popped into the game, and then it force-fed some news, and I couldn't get past it. I had to X out, and then I went and jumped into the raid, and by the time I threw a raid pass on it, it's like, there's no party with that code to be found because I just ran out of time to get in. But, yeah, all the rocks. He's got Shiny, Registeel, Regice, Regirock, Bunnelby, Waltz, 2 of those, and Zigzagoon and Coughing. Very
I'm
cool.
hoping to catch some Registeel because Registeel's actually really good for PvP.
Mr.
The other 2, not good, but Registeel's really good for PvP.
Yeah. Tester Tamarine got a Shiny Ralts, a Shiny Vulpix, Shiny Rattata, Shiny Eevee. Is that the Alolan Rattata too? I think.
Yeah.
A Hundo Eevee, which is still worthless. Don't worry about Eevee. Hippie, stupid Eevee. Hundo Zigzagoon. Man, there's a lot of stuff here. 2 new badges. Hatched 2,500 eggs and caught 50,000 Pokemon.
Nice.
Which is solid there. Popeye got a Hundo Emolga. So, wow. That's cool. Stop it. Shiny Weedle.
I still haven't mastered all those like search filters that people have come up with.
Yeah. Oh, who was this? I sort of Popeye made level 45.
Hey,
Nice.
congratulations, Popeye. Nicely done.
Yeah. Coach Kev got Shiny Ladybug, Wurmple, Jigglypuff, Murkrow, and Zigzagoon this week. Very good on those. Again, then followed up with a Hundo. It's not Obama Snow. It's the middle one. Not Snover. I can get Snover and Obama. No, Obama Snow is somebody else. Snover's Evolution there. I don't remember the name of it.
It's Obama Snow.
Is it Obama Snow?
Yeah.
I'm thinking of something else.
Snover and Obama Snow, right?
That's Snover right there.
Yeah.
All right.
So at the middle
Oh,
one?
that's Snover. Whoever this is. He got a shiny dude with green hands and a snowplow for a head.
Yeah, that's Snover.
That's Snover.
And then he got a Hundo. Not a shiny, a Hundo. Hundo.
It's that new dragon.
Yeah.
Poison dragon.
Skrulp, whatever.
Zombie crawfish is what he is.
Skrulp.
Zombie crawfish.
All right. Those are experiences of the week there. So thank you, Joe, for reminding me. So I got this Vibrava popped out. Let's hit some quick heads up. You know what, guys? We're about out of time. Let's definitely talk about Buddy Hearts. But while I talk about Buddy Hearts, because you've got the link to the notes, if there's one of the headlines you want to pull, we'll pull it and talk about it. And I appreciate Joe pulling all that, but I'll blame Joe for derailing the show because I was ready to move on to headlines. He's like, no, go to Discord. Look at all my stuff I put in Discord. Yeah.
My big thing I would say, try and get out there on Community Day and catch as many Gibbles because the move that they gave him is like sets him like way above everybody else for both PvP and raids, and Mega Garchomp is apparently like just leagues beyond everybody else. So like with that new move that just came out. So highly recommend getting as many Gibble as possible. So yeah.
Nice. I'm
This is a
definitely
triple
gonna work on
XP.
Yep. I thought it was cool, Charles, that you and Joe had posted the 7-day catch that someone got 73,000 plus XP on one catch. First catch of the day, everything.
Yeah.
That was pretty freaking
That was nuts.
That's insane. All right, so Buddy Hearts, an unexpected change. This is on Reddit. Of course, we'll have it on the post. I noticed you can no longer earn Battle with Your Buddy Hearts when you use your buddy Pokemon to fight a gym. I noticed you can no longer earn Walk 2K with your buddy Hearts when walking was done via Active Sync, but it still counts towards earning candy. Now Gringo Suave responds there. Very interesting. I have to try out the battle one. I've always just done stock leaders. As for walking one, do you mean Adventure Sync? Because I primarily get my distance when the game's turned off. Yeah, that's what he's talking about. You cannot get the Heart Walk 2K buddies with Adventure Sync. You can only do it when it's live, I guess.
It's just weird because I thought I got one the other day.
Some of this is anecdotal. That's from Dooley MTV, which I think is duly noted. Books and Words says your buddy has to be on the map /fed berries for both of these things, along with a new Pokestop. So that they have to be out of pocket, if you will. They have to be in the world and rocking along there. I use he called it active, what it was, Adventure Sync. I use Adventure Sync basically to do everything. That and gotchas.
Yeah.
You guys ever do the old sock trick to hatch a bunch of eggs?
You put a lot of coins in the sock and you beat the egg with it? I don't understand.
That's a different sock trick. Oh. No, if you stick your phone, like you turn off the game or whatever, and you have
you're swinging your phone around,
the sock, and you literally just bounce the sock up and down. It will count pretty quickly, as if you're like running. And if it's like nasty outside and I can't run, and I'm just like doing something where I don't need one of my hands. Oops, I just turned my flashlight on. Then you can just sit there and bounce it. And you'll hatch eggs. You'll get buddy candy. Yeah, highly recommended if you don't do it.
Well, since you
good one.
brought up buddy candy,
I always keep a sock here next to me just in case I need to bounce my
phone around. That takes some explaining. I'm sure.
I have to explain it every time somebody notices it. I'm like, listen,
I play Pokemon Go.
That.
All right, so we've got another one I want to squeeze in here. Get over 1,500 Gibble candy with this simple trick. This is on Reddit by Digipair. I think it's Digipair. If you really want to maximize your Gibble candy this Sunday, clear your research stack and farm tasks during the community day. So we got to clear them, right? So it's saying the following Tuesday will be a double catch candy spotlight hour. If you pin up all 100 Gibble, you can get up to 1,200 candy as a bonus. I'm still not following yet. Then you find someone to trade with and get extra candy, at least one per trade. So minimum is 100 more pink candy.
During Community Day, they give research tasks that let you catch a Gibble.
Right.
So I think what they're saying is get as many of those and just have them stacked up. And then on Tuesday, when it's double candy,
so you do them, but you don't catch the Gibble. You just let the Gibble stack. Don't catch them.
Yeah, if you run away, it stays up in the top, and you can you could keep 100 of them that way.
Okay, so then you catch 100 in that hour on that Tuesday with double catch candy spotlight, and you pen up them, so 1,200 candies. Then you got to trade 100. That's 1,300 minimum so far. But then the following week, you'll have a double transfer candy for the spotlight hour where you can transfer them. Depending on how many you have left from Community Day, any lucky ones you get, we can say a minimum of around 1,500 extra candy. That's a lot of work, man.
Usually Community Day, I end up catching so damn many that I have to like clear the bags while I'm going. Right, so
exactly.
Because I'll catch like 600 0-star, whatever it is. I'm just like grind it all to candy. Yep. Must make more space.
Oh, it's shiny. I'll keep a couple.
Yeah. I think I limit myself to 20 shinies on Community Day, I think. Or is it 10? I can't remember.
I limit myself to one. Once I catch one, I'm out for the day.
You're done.
I mean, Gibble, I need the candies. I need to do some cool stuff with Gibble. But
this is one of the better Community Days we've had.
Oh, yeah. 100%.
All right, Barry, is there a headline you wanted to pull out before we get out of here?
I think we covered that. Just the fact that it's interesting about the Mime Junior that you can't hatch those in Europe. Not sure what that means because that's the first time a regional has been made unavailable. So I don't know if that's a glitch on purpose or what. So I'll be curious to see where Niantic goes with this one.
Yeah.
Because that's relatively rare. So...
what do you got, Dennis? You got anything that's jumping out at you there?
I'm disappointed with the June the research breakthrough, like the week-long research. Clam Pearl, I don't know, it just doesn't do it. I mean, it's cool that they're giving a free remote raid pass, which again, you still have your limit of 3, but it's Clam Pearl. I don't know. I just feel like I wish they would put like they used to have like really good ones. I feel like. For like doing 7 days in a row, but
it's been back and forth.
Lackluster.
There was 2 solid months of Dirty Hippie Eevee coming out of that box, so I'm still burned by it. I will say I had Huntail for a while. I just got the other version of Clam Pearl evolved last week. I took a chance, evolved my shiny Clam Pearl, and got the shiny non-Huntail, whatever it is, not Lumia, but whatever is the other version that you can evolve. And I could get it. If I didn't have that, then I'd be trying to grind it. But, I mean, 7 days, you're only going to get 4 shots at this if you do it right. I don't know.
Gorbis.
Charles complained about not having enough clamp roll. That's not at all what I said. I just needed to have that evolution. All right. I know it's a little early for the podcast, but we did get started a little bit later on the show. And you know what? I want to equate this. When I'm gone, Joe's very much that parent who stays home and everything's done on the schedule. And this is the book. And it's very, and we balance very well. When he's gone, I'm like, the dude's like, yeah, I got the house. I'm going to party. And we just sit and this has been a chaos night. It's just chaos, but I like it.
And you invite all your delinquent friends.
I invite all my delinquent friends. The guy keeps a Pokemon sock next to him, and the original OG a fraud there. Wearing the shirt. Wearing the shirt. I love it.
Wearing the shirt.
Yeah.
And it's signed, no less.
Nice. I'm glad I didn't see that pop up on eBay. I'm very proud of that. So, but yeah, thanks everybody who's come out. Give a quick shout out here. Let's see who all's been here tonight. We've got a cat. I can't speak. Academy Impossible. Barry Fulk. Discoursed. Dua Flippif. Game Trends Analytics. Mr. Creeper 905. That's not a great internet name. Mr. Tambourine 19. School of Rock Eddie. Which go follow Rock Eddie on Twitch. He does a lot of cool stuff. Civilian on Bass. Squitchy Twitchy. My favorite bot there. Thubs. Weird Tigger 27. And the world's most okayest DM. And that's you, Dennis.
It is indeed.
Nice.
Where can people find you? Now, this is a family-friendly type of show, and Dennis typically does not do those shows, so just keep in mind that if you like Dennis, and I do, you're going to get a different product outside of here. But what do you got, Dennis? Where can they find you?
To be fair, at the first Dragon Con I went to, I came on Pokemon GO Podcast and was told repeatedly, do not curse. And I didn't. It wasn't me. It was Mike. Mike cursed during the show. So I just want to put that out there. But no. So normally you can find the social media stuff, World's Most Okayest DM. Tomorrow, starting on Instagram, you're going to start to see the story of my new puppy that's coming out. I'm naming her Yoshi. Can't wait. It's going to be a Newfie, so it's going to be a gigantic bear whenever it's full grown. But also, I have a podcast, Botched, a D&D podcast, where we get drunk and we play D&D, and it's definitely not appropriate for children. But if you're into
awesome.
If you're into like dark improv humor draped in the loose skin of Dungeons and Dragons, highly recommend it. We're getting close to wrapping up our current season, which is all about space, sort of like a mix between Star Trek, Star Wars, and Firefly. Next season, we're looking more zombie apocalypse kind of stuff. So looking for that. And then also I started a Patreon for a podcast, or not a podcast, my comic book series that's actually coming out.
Yes.
My plan is to launch it during Dragon Con, actually.
That'd be awesome.
So I've been working on it for about 10 years, and it's finally coming out. The first issue is done. So the second issue is currently being worked on. Thank you. And so that is patreon.com/Hivehead Studios.
Very cool. And I'm not a big social media guy. I will hang out occasionally on Twitter or Instagram or a few others. Pretty much always as Fulk Beast. So it's FULKB. And, say hi when you get a chance. But there's a better chance that if you go to these events, I do like to travel when I can and certainly show up, whether it's Charles's barbecue for Dragon Con or Pokemon Go Fest, or I've been known to just randomly show up places. I went to Maine a couple weekends ago just to surprise a friend that was doing a concert.
Wow.
It was a blast. So
nice.
And of course, Barry, you're invited back this year for the post Dragon Con barbecue. If the Cubs are in town, I'm sure you'll be here.
Is it the usual Labor Day weekend?
Yep. It's Labor Day weekend.
Fantastic.
So,
I have a special surprise planned for Charles for this year's Dragon Con picnic.
I do love surprises, but you worry me when you say special surprise. You and Phil, man. But you'll be catching Dennis and the Botch crew live at Dragon Con this year. They're doing their show, a couple of shows. They're doing a bot show. They're doing the Blood Feuder, whatever. and I'll be on a couple panels. My next big thing is in Pensacola. No, I just came from Pensacola. It's in Tampa. Tampa, Florida. I'll be at Comic-Con, Tampa Bay Comic-Con with Tony P. Henderson. We'll be doing a game show there, our Super Fantastic Family Fun Time game show, and we'll be moderating a number of panels as well. Looks like we're going to be at Southern Fried Gaming, but I'll announce that later on once we get that locked in. And, of course, Dragon Con. And our very own, you'll be meeting Barry Fulk making an appearance at our very own Pokemon GO Podcast Go Fest. Podfest. We'll call it Pokemon GO Podfest. And be in Atlanta.
We'll be there all day Sunday.
Yep, Barry will be there.
July, what is that?
I don't know.
July 18th, right?
We're Valor. We don't remember crap, man. We just show up and kill things.
We don't care. We drink the blood of Mystic.
But yeah, Joe and I will be out there all day Saturday and Sunday. Barry will be there Sunday. So I guess if you have to pick one day, pick Sunday and do that because it'll be a blast. Hopefully Cheeky Nashville will be coming down. I haven't got any. Well, I ran out of time to check, Cheeky. So if y'all are listening to this podcast and you're like, I called it, I think Jacket K had a voicemail in there. I didn't have time to pull him down. We ran out of time with stuff to do today. But Joe will be back next week. He'll bring balance to the force, and we'll get everything back in line. But, yeah, I'd like to hear, if you want to come, just let us know. Call it in. That's if you go to PokemonGoPodcast.com. Right there on the right-hand side of the screen, there's a tab that says Speak Pipe. Click that. Leave a message. Let us know that you're coming or that you wish us the best. You wish you could come. Those kind of things. Whatever you'd like to say. We'd like to hear your voice. Email show at PokemonGoPodcast.com, which is how I know Jacket K had left a Shadow Pokemon review. Reddit's r/Pokemon Go Podcast. Facebook's Pokemon Go Podcast. Twitter's at Pokemon Go Pod. And that is really fun. And then we're here live on Twitch Tuesday nights, mostly around. It says 7:30 p.m. That's not right. We're live at 8 p.m. Eastern.
Thursday.
Oh, you know what? I have a very, very old. This is a very old thing that I had to pull out of Dropbox for the background. It's like, why does that say 7:30? It's 8 o'clock on Thursday nights. And I'm sure I said something different because I got myself confused. But you can find Joe at Joseph_Ard on Twitter. Dennis, where can they find you on Twitter?
World's okayest DM on Twitter.
And
it's world's most okayest DM everywhere else.
Yeah, stupid Twitter.
Character limit.
Stupid Twitter. Barry, where can they find you?
And they can find me at FulkB, FULKB.
And you can find me at Rock Got a Pod on Twitter and Rock Got a Podcasting across most social medias, or Charles McFall. You can search me. Thubs says hi. Well, hello, Thubs. And tune in next week to hear Joe say nothing, because he'll come back and I curse him with the tech issues. I'm no longer going to be the tech guy, issue guy. It's going to be Joe. I'm the one going, look, I made things happen. What do you want, Joe? What do you want? All right. So now we can do the voting for the title.
Sweet.
And although I'm pretty sure that I just want to go with Coach Kev just wants a show named after him, because that cracked me up. Let's see. Is it Nightbot? Yeah, it is Nightbot. Okay, Showbot, not Nightbot, Showbot. All right, so there's a link. Thank you, Joe, for putting the link in. If you guys want to click that, everybody can go in and vote. We got Sounds of Silence by Dooley Productions. Sound not included by... Yeah, you know what? This is for a podcast. The sound worked. I'm not picking those. Suggestion bot not running. Epic McPhail strikes. I hate you, Thunder Muffin. So much sometimes.
It's a great name, though. Thunder Muffin.
Teaching us Filthy Battlers. I like that one by Mr. Timmery 19. Coach Kev just wants a name still locker room. The guest stole the show. Yeah, you know, well, when you invite Team Rocket in for a party, that is exactly what's going to happen.
That's right.
Rocket Grunt
Blasting
laughed
off
at Charles.
again.
Joe can finally hear the music.
Delinquent friends.
It was good. It's good, though. I like it. We might have to do Pokemon Go After Dark sometime.
There you go.
Suggestion, but Joe can finally hear music. It's raining Pofina. Screenception. Charles doesn't hate Far Cry, just hate TV. And Charles doesn't catch them all. He just needs one. That's absolutely true. Right now, Filthy Battlers is winning at 3. Coach Kev is coming in at 2. So if somebody needs to vote him up. If you're new to the show, haven't done it, that link that we posted is safe, and it takes you to a little voting screen where everybody's been putting in title suggestions all night throughout the stream, and then that's what will become the title of the podcast. And right now, it's like I said, it's teaching us Filthy Battlers. But that, I mean, Dennis, seriously, if you wanted to take time to do the battle minute or something and talk about your adventure,
I mean, it'll be really cool because you've taught me some really cool stuff tonight.
Sure, yeah, I can do that. I can just record like a minute of audio and send it your way if you want.
Yeah, I'll put it on a button. We'll play it each week. If you want to make it easy for yourself, you can just use the speak pipe. Just save it on your phone or whatever, and that way you don't have to record and email and export. You can just, hey, this is what I did.
Yeah, but I find the speak pipe audio quality tends to be a lot lower.
It probably is. What Dennis is going to do is that we're going to get like battle sounds behind it. He's going to put all this Foley in. Like, Dennis, it's just a minute. It's just a minute of battling. Come on. We don't need all that production level.
Or I'll find the battle music from Pokemon.
Yeah.
Like the old games.
Let's see if I have, which one is this one?
Hey, Charles, what is the theme song that you do play for the show?
It's
Raining Men.
No, it's something we found a while back that was royalty free.
Yeah,
and
I always liked it.
Yeah, it just really fit. It just had that a little bit of an edge to it, but it felt Pokemon-ish.
Yep.
I don't think I have any of the battle. I used to have the battle music saved, where the when you go into battle for the Great Battle League, I'd found that music and had it on one of the buttons. I don't have it now. 8. Oh, I'm so sorry, Coach Kev. Mr. Tambourine has just run away with teaching us Filthy Battlers. So that is going to be the title tonight. We'll put it in the notes. And I'm going to do everything I can to actually get the shows put out this week, because it's a weekend. It was a holiday weekend. It was a thing. So I had time. I mean, I'm not going to lie. I had time. I just forgot. But yeah, Hugh will be at Dragon Con. Hugh had a great time. This is the first time Hugh's left the state of Rhode Island, because Rhode Island shut everything down, like flights and everything for the year. Like the airports just locked their doors and sent everybody home. It's like, because the state went, you can't fly in and out of Rhode Island during COVID. Which everyone went, who? Because it's such a tiny little state. But yeah, I mean, that's how they did it.
Right. Oh, that's crazy.
So he was very, very happy. I mean, we stayed in the road most of the time, just going out doing stuff and hanging out. It's good. Joe says, even though it's supposed to be royalty free, we get copyright claims for it on YouTube all the time for our intro. And that's the thing is, I've had people create original music, and if it hits close enough to an algorithm, it'll be like, oh, you have this song. It's like, nope, that's not the song we have. Sorry. And you have to find it or just let it slide. So, all right. That's going to be it. We'll shut down the broadcast tonight. Thanks, everybody, for coming out. And Barry, thank you for being here.
Hey, my pleasure. Thank you for inviting me.
And of course,
it's great seeing you, too.
Yeah, good seeing you, Barry. Thanks for having me out.
And thanks you for Dennis. Thanks you for Dennis. All right. It's time to start drinking. I can't talk now. So, all right, guys. Thanks for coming out. We appreciate you.
No problem.